Alright, to start it off, we have the 2018 on the left and the 1994 retro on the right. Off the bat, you'll notice the collar is different. 2018 dips and comes up at the tip at the top, whereas on the 2018, the collars go all the way around. The 1994 back tab is a bit wider and more rounded out at the top. Despite how cracked it is, you can notice that difference. Also, the elephant print just above the black midsole sits a little bit lower than it does on the 2018. Elephant print is also different as well. The swoosh just below the Nike is more prominent on the 2018 than it is on the 1994. You can also see the perforations on the 2018 is a bit more indented than it is on the 1994. So here we have the 2001 versus the 2018, and I'll continue to hit all angles so that you guys can get a better look. You'll notice that the shape of the collar has changed in 2001 than it did in 1994. A bit more heavily padded, pretty much takes on like a Nike SB collar with as much padding that it does have. We see that the back tab has taken some difference from 1994 onto 2001, and then you see here on 2018's. The Nike font is a bit closer on the 2018 than it is on the 2001, where it is a bit spaced out. Elephant is still a bit fine, where it's not debossed on the print like it is on 2018. So 2001 still pays a bit more homage to the retro from 1994 than it does on 2018. And here we have the last retro from 2011 with the Jumpman Air. Collar height is a bit higher on the 2011 than it is on the 2018. And then you'll also notice the double stitch on the elephant print as opposed to 1994, 2001, and 2018. Also take notice at the height of the back tab. Even though they do look similar, it is the height of the collar that is actually showing through than it is on the back tab itself. And also the black midsole on these is a bit more glossy than it is on the 2018. So those are the rears. Let me go ahead and get you to the lateral section of the shoes. Alright, so back to 1994 versus 2018. I'm going to go ahead and give you a minute to look at the shape, size of the elephant print, the color of the cement, the perforations, the height of the tongue, the collars, all that. As far as 1994 is concerned, that is my favorite shape of all. There's something about that collar and the roundness of it, as well as the slant of the toe, just makes the shoe look a bit more natural. Alright, so 2001 versus 2018. Go ahead and give you another glimpse at what you're looking at here. Collars have changed, the height of the tongue's changed, the color of the actual cement is a little bit darker on the 2001 than it is on 2018. You also notice the yellowing on the midsole and the threading. It just has to deal with age, just like the 1994. Double stitch at the toe, single stitch at the heel. Again, like I noted, for 2001, you have that SB-like cushioning on the collars. Perforation's not as prominent as it is on 2018 than it is on the 2001. You'll also notice on the 2018 that exaggerated tumbled leather. In comparison to 2001, you don't see that exaggerated look. It just looks natural. Alright, and here is 2011. So it's just really amazing to see like the differences between the years here, and what Jordan Brand has varied over the course of the time of these Air Jordan models. I think that's why I like these comparison videos the most, and a lot of you do as well, is because you can see the differences between the years. There's even less perforations on the upper of the gray areas of the 2011. The 2011 also has that overall glossy look on the upper as well as on the midsole. Not really something I liked. 2018, they definitely corrected that issue. Let's go ahead and jump on over to the tongues. Alright, so the tongues. On the left you have the 1994, on the right you have the 2018. Some key things you want to notice here is the width of the leather from one side to the other, and the shape overall going from the vamp of the shoe all the way up towards the tongue. The narrowness, the width, all that stuff. And then also take notice of the colors and the Jumpman. Now back in the 80s and even into the 90s, you notice that the Jumpman has an ass crack. They actually didn't start fixing that up until the mid 2010s. So how they do the Jumpmans now, I love it. But also notice the perforations, not as detailed that it is on the 2018 as compared to the 1994. You also notice that the leather on the eyelets up at the top of the 1994, they come closer together, it's more narrow. It also has to deal with the shape of the shoes. Both of these sneakers are not laced tightly at all, so the primary focus there is the shape of the shoes. and how the leather was constructed to example that. 2001 versus 2018, you'll notice that the darker color of the 2001 definitely shows as compared to the 2018. You still get the ass crack Jumpman logo, and then the choke of the throat, as you see on the 2001, mimics closely to the 1994. I just think that the symmetry of the 2018 looks proper than it does on the 2001, but you be the judge of that. Alright, and then you have the 2011 versus the 2018. The colors of the Jumpman are different. Still have ass crack on the Jumpman logo, but the top of the eyelets there opened up a bit more than it did on the previous retros. One thing I didn't like about 2011 is that plastic feel of the tone. 2018 definitely made it a bit more natural, which is why, again, I feel like 2018's version and Jordan Brand did an exceptional job with. Let me go ahead and show you up close the elephant print between the years. Alright, so we have 2018 on the left and we have 1994 on the right. I don't think there's very much explanation that needs to be said other than what I've already pointed out. Throughout these next few roll shots, just take notice of the color of the print, the leather, the stitching, all those differences between the variations of the elephant print. This right here is 2001. And finally we have 2011. 2018 on the left and 1994 on the right. Color of the outsole is going to be lighter on the 1994 than it is on the 2018. You'll also notice on the 1994 that all the letters are all separated from each other, whereas on the 2018 the K and the E are connected. Now you might want to pay attention to that when it comes to back tabs and on the soles of shoes, because these are some differences you can look for whenever you're trying to decipher between the retros over the years, especially if someone puts something on feet. As you can see here with the 2001, the letters are all separated, but you do have like a tiny triangle just by the K and at the back side of the E. The color here is a bit lighter on the reds for the 2001 as opposed to the 2018. So you definitely have a darker shade on the 2018 than you do on the 2001. And then on the 2011, nothing the same at all. You have the Nike on the 2018 and the Jordan on the 2011. They started putting Jordan at the bottom of these retros back around 2003. And so when it was time to actually think about remastering shoes, especially the classic colorways here, Nike started recently being thrown at the bottom of the soles. Nike and Nike Air branding on Air Jordans is just very proper. It's what older sneakerheads have been yearning for quite some time. Now there's also that long debate about whether people like the Nike Air branding versus the Jumpman. It'd actually be pretty interesting to poll an audience just to see like what you guys prefer. Let me know down below in the description what you guys prefer. Do you guys care about Nike Air branding, or do you care about the Jumpman branding, or do you just not care at all? But personally me, I prefer Nike Air branding, Nike branding over the Jumpman any day. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed my comparison review of the Black Cement 3. Drop a comment down below to let me know what you guys think, which sneaker you prefer. All your thoughts down in the comment section below. Alright, so as I take you away with the back side of each of the Black Cement 3s, thank you guys for watching, thank you guys for your support. Hit the thumbs up if you like the video, subscribe to my channel if you like the content, and I will talk to you guys later. Take care.